Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right. WWE Clash in Paris has come. WWE Clash in Paris is done. You want to know the best part about it? It's still daytime. We still got some light, which means we were able to start this early, which means we can knock this out early. And I could spend the rest of my night doing this 2K26 business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all for it. So let's do what we can. I hope everybody's enjoying their Labor Day weekend. I'm sure a lot of people got 3 days off. Me, I don't. I was actually supposed to have 4 days off, but I had no idea Labor Day was on the first day of September. So when I saw that, I said to myself, I'll work, time and a half, do a quick couple hours and come back home, watch Raw because Raw is going to be on 2 p.m. tomorrow, and I won't be home for it. So, quick in and out, quick little money. You already know what it is. But yeah, amongst all that, we're here to talk about Clash in Paris. It just went down, just ended maybe about 5 minutes ago. And I'll be honest, we got some things to talk about. That's always a good thing when you have a show and you got some things to talk about. So let's talk about it. But the one question I had, can Paris, France be on the same level as Lyon, France? Because Lyon, France last year for Backlash was up here. They made themselves the best WWE crowd of all time. Bar none, without a doubt, no complaints. We're back in France again. This time we're at the capital of France. We're in Paris. Let's see what Paris can bring us. And out the gate, they brought the energy. As our first match of the night, or the day, was the tribal chief, the head of the table, the big dog, the OTC. Roman Reigns, as he took on the tribal thief, Bronson Reed. And I'll be honest with you. The match, it was a good match. It was a good match. But it's the aftermath that we going to talk about more than anything. But getting into the match, as I said, it was a pretty good match. Very good performance by Bronson Reed. In a year, in one solid year, Bronson Reed has had good performances against both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Glad Bronson Reed is able to get his stuff off in this match. He dominated this match pretty much for most of the duration. And he tried to take Roman's shoes again. He tried to do it. This time he tried to take Roman's work Jordans. the Jordans that he wrestles in. He tried to take those away. And that's a whole different story than taking the shoes that he walks around in. Taking his work shoes, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? That's more personal than anything. I make money in these shoes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he makes money in the other shoes. But these, I kick people's asses in these shoes. You know what I'm saying? This is where I make my money. You know what I'm saying? So, but, Bronson tried to, but Roman Reigns was able to fight back and do what he needed to do. Roman Reigns was able to hit a Samoan drop from the top rope, then hit the ooh-wah, Actually, did he even say the ooh-wah? Didn't he just hit the spear? No, I think he did the ooh-wah, then hit the spear. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns wins. Cool. Now, let's get into this aftermath because this is where it is. So Roman gets on the announce table, throws the one in the sky, you know what I'm saying? Celebrating his win. Then he turns around. Then he sees Paul Heyman trying to comfort Bronson Reed on the loss. And Roman Reigns just staring at Paul. Gets down from the table, gets in the ring, and then starts staring at Paul. Paul turns around. Paul is scared for his life. Paul don't know what to do. He says, I love you, my tribal chief. I acknowledge you, you all that, right? Roman not trying to hear that. Roman just says, give me my shoes. Paul's like, okay, here you go. Just shaking. you know how Paul is. Paul's just scared. Roman slowly takes the shoes, puts them down, grabs Paul, put him in the guillotine. Boom. Paul went to sleep. Roman takes his shoes, gets a guy to cut the laces. Then Roman gets a marker, signs the shoes, throws them in the crowd. As he's doing that, from on the other table, runs up and spears Roman on the announce table was Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker spears Roman through the table. And then from there, you had the guys in the back, producers and everybody come in, try to stop Braun Breaker from doing any more damage. So then Braun gets in the ring, and then him and Bronson pick up Paul Heyman, and they're walking back. Before they even get to the top, some of the producers already picked Roman up. And they're making their way to the top of the entrance. Braun sees that, stops what he's doing, turn around, runs up on Roman, boom, gives him that missile spear, as I like to call it. Like when he spears you and it looks like a missile when he does it. So then, Braun just starts tweaking. I love when Braun starts tweaking. It's hilarious to me. It's just hilarious. So then they throw him back in the ring. Bronson Reed gets up on the top rope, hits the tsunami. Boom, hits that. And then you have security. Now security's coming in. Now you got securities, producers. Adam Pearce is out here too. Everybody just trying to get Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed out. And then we got medical, bring out a stretcher. Now Roman's on a stretcher. So as Roman's getting tied to the stretcher, here comes Bronson Reed. Once again, gets on the top rope, hits another tsunami. Boom. At this point, Roman can't do nothing. Roman can't fight back. He can't do anything at this point. Here comes main event Jey Uso. Kind of surprised main event Jey Uso came out here because, Jay got a title match to prepare for, but he said, you know what? Family come first. So he comes out there. He stops Braun. He stops Bronson. Holds him off. Now he's checking on his cousin, making sure his cousin's all right. But Jey Uso gets up, turns around, boom, gets hit with a spear by Braun Breaker. And from there, Jay's out. And Jay don't even realize that Bronson Reed gets up the top rope again and hits another tsunami. So that's 3 tsunamis. Roman incapacitated. Braun and Bronson did their job. The tribal chief is done for now. But, that was a way to write Roman Reigns off TV. Because, Roman Reigns got to do that Street Fighter movie. He's Akuma. So I was trying to figure this out. Because when I saw Braun Breaker hit 2 spears on Roman and then, he was talking his mess, I was kind of sitting here like, okay, Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker has to happen. And if you want to sell this attack, Roman's got to be out for at least a good couple of months, at least 2 to 3. So I was trying to figure out, okay, if that's the case, when do we get this Roman Reigns Braun Breaker match? I was going to say Survivor Series, but then kind of at that point, well, that's War Games, and I think I already know what the War Games match is going to be. So I don't think it could be that. Maybe do Roman and Braun and Cali in San Diego? Possibly. I don't know. Or maybe we do it at Crown Jewel. I was thinking Crown Jewel because Crown Jewel's in October. But then that's kind of like 2 months because September starts tomorrow. So then I'm like, that's like a month and a half. That's like a month and a half. I don't know. I don't know when they're going to do this. I don't know when this is going to happen, but we'll see. But right now, that was probably one of the craziest beginnings to a show I've seen in a while. But yeah, Roman's out. Jay's hurt. Jay still got the main event to go. So we'll see how that goes. But what a beginning. Next match. Let's get it.